What's going on, everybody? Late night, early morning for everybody, depending on where you're at. A lot of different people in a lot of different places. Never know where anybody's at in their time of day. Um, some general ideas on the continent that I'm on. Yeah, we know where certain people are in that time wise. Um, but yeah, let's see. Yes. That. Crap, I don't have that. Psha. I can do it here. Yeah, I can do it here. There's the link. Crap. Can I pin that from here? No, I can't pin that from here. Why can't I pin that from here? Crap. That's stupid. I can chat in the StreamYard side, but I can't paste the link. Oh, shit. All right, so now I gotta refresh this. Jesus Christ. God, this is so silly. So silly. Now I gotta refresh this. Mute that. Mute that. All right. Now I come here. Now we paste it, post it, and then pin that. Jesus Christ. It's like being new every day. Being new every single day. Gotta love that. I work with people like that. They've been doing their job for 10, 15 years, but they're like new every day because they fuck shit up so bad. But yeah. Yeah, I was watching, trying to get caught up on some of the shit that I missed by working. There's my brother. How you doing, brother?
How you doing? I'm doing
Yeah,
okay.
I was trying to get caught up on shit. Um, I've seen a few streams going lately that related to you and I, in particular, and we're just trying to get caught up on all that shit. And Shelly had her personal panel invite for me when I was at work, so I couldn't be up there long. And I tried one time before joining a panel while I was at work, and the delay was just like so horrid. It's just like, no, I don't think I want to do this again. So it happened on a phone call, and she was telling me about the stuff that was going on and this, that, the other thing. And yeah, I got that panel set for tomorrow night. Roughly 37 hours from now. It'd be 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern time, and wherever anybody is at in reference to those, I'm sure they can figure it out if they'd like to join. But yeah, it's a personal panel invite for you, for Shelly, and for Liberty Bird.
All right.
And I'm really hoping Liberty Bird shows up because there's one main question I want to ask him, and I'm not going to divulge that right now. But I want to have him on panel when I ask him this question. So I'm really hoping that he shows up. The panel that he did, where he was calling me and you out on being scammed. 10th Man was up there, and 10th and Bird and Bones, they all get along great. They're like flies on shit.
Yeah, I know.
Lack of a better term.
Yeah. But good luck with getting Bird to answer the questions, because he wouldn't answer none of the questions I asked him.
Yeah. Well, he just wanted to continue to spin the narrative. 10th Man was saying that I was up on his panel crying. I don't think I've ever cried on a panel.
No.
Saying that I wanted to marry Shelly. Well, yeah, I put that out there on a few panels that, yeah, I'd marry Shelly.
Yeah, but
that was out there. But to have expectations of that for the car, no, come on.
No way. Yeah, I know. Me and you talked about that, about the car, and that, and there was no expectations from anything from the car or anything. You was just giving it to her because
Yep.
you was getting her, helping her out, getting her out
Yep.
of California, wasn't it?
Well, at the time that I gave it to her, I didn't know it was to get her out of California. I just knew that she was in a place where she needed it. I was in a position to provide that. I did it.
Yeah. Oh
I honored my mother by doing it. What her plans were from that point, I had no clue.
yeah.
But here's another thing. Some people have made inferences that I had expectations for that car.
hmm
Um, Now, here's the thing: if I had expectations for that car, would she have gotten the keys for that car as soon as we got to the house from the airport after picking her up? I kind of lean towards the thought, no. It probably would have been something more like, well, there's a car I'm going to give you. Now, what are you going to give me? Something along those lines. But that's not the way it happened. As soon as we got to the house from the airport and got out of the car that, or the new car that I had obtained, I gave her the keys. It says, here's the keys for your car right there.
Yeah.
So think about that for a little bit, and that might make sense. What were my expectations? I give her the keys, basically like get your fucking car out of my driveway, which had been said many times on her panels leading up to her getting the car. I mean, that's where it is.
Exactly. Because yeah, if you had any expectations or any things of manipulating, no, you would have held off from the key, giving her the keys longer, and yeah, tried him more, but you didn't. So there.
Yeah, I mean, the situation was what it was,
Yeah, exactly.
and it was offered the way it was with no expectations of anything else. Now, Shelley's an attractive woman, can't deny that. Um, had she offered when I wasn't expecting it, I damn sure would have asked, well, why are you wanting to do this?
Yeah. Are you sure? And that, yeah.
Oh gee. Somebody in backstage with the screen name Porn Bomber. Gee,
Oh,
what
Jesus.
should I do?
Jeez.
What should I do?
Mm, I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you know how to put up a screen, don't you?
Well, no, I already took care of it. They're not
Mm,
there any longer. I learned my lesson.
yeah.
I learned my lesson.
Yeah. Well,
I'm a
Shelly
little
got an.
I'm a little over halfway back to where I was, and I'm not gonna. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Shelly got a bit impatient. And got porn bombed earlier, a few hours earlier on her stream.
yeah. I was at work and I saw that. It's like, oh my god! And they came up with a booty wart.
Yeah. Exactly. God.
Now I could speculate on that. Um, I won't do it live when I shut this down because this is only going to be live for like another 45 minutes because I got to get some sleep because I got to work overtime again.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
Well, it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to say no to overtime for $60 an hour.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
It's really tough. Um, money is always a good thing to have.
Oh, yeah.
So turning it down for $60 an hour that's tough to do.
Yeah.
But
But
yeah,
I've got to go
I
see
saw
Liv in a
that.
few hours as well.
Yeah, I saw that porn bomb earlier, and I could speculate on who it was.
Yeah.
And the speculatives that I have on that are probably not very far off. But
Yeah. We probably know, but
I won't do it live because I have no proof. I have
yeah.
no proof. And as far as that goes, how do you prove it?
Exactly.
So
Yeah, you can't prove it unless you're a channel host, or other ways as well. But you can't prove it unless you can do it, unless you verify it at the time.
Yeah, even the YouTube verification doesn't always work.
Yeah, I know that, but there's other ways as well.
Yeah, you can have them open their camera while they're backstage and see a face, and then you
yeah,
know for sure.
Yeah, that too, but yeah. So you've had a hard week working then?
You know, they've basically just been holding us to 10 hours a day, which is our scheduled day. 4 days a week, 4 10s. But then they've been making mandatory overtime because they're shorthanded, or there's a bunch of new people, and new people are on a lower production than the ones that've been there a while. So yeah, I kind of get that. But I did have to review the labor laws, because labor laws at one point said that no employer can force anybody to work over 40 hours a week.
Yeah,
Well,
unless you sign a waiver, like over here, that is.
Well, apparently labor laws have changed, because now the labor laws say that they can require you to work overtime, but a reasonable amount of overtime.
Yeah.
And what they have written in there is up to 48 hours per week, which means 8 hours overtime. Well, when you work 10-hour days, if you're required to work overtime, that is over that 48. Now, starting next week, come Monday or Tuesday for me, we're going to be working 11-hour days. And they're saying that that is a trade-off to having to work an extra day.
Yeah.
So now we're going to have to wait and see, is that true, or is that just another lie?
Yeah.
Because if they make us work 11 hours a day, 4 days a week, that's already 4 hours a day, 4 hours overtime. And then one extra day on top of that for another 10 hours, that's 14. That's above reasonable from what labor laws say. And I'm not one to just like sit back and let my labor laws get violated.
Yeah.
There have been quite a few times where on a 10-hour day, you're supposed to be off at a certain time. And if you're not off at that 10-hour mark, then they are required to give you another break. And going up to managers and saying, hey, are we going home at 2 o'clock? Well, no, we got a little bit longer. It's like, well, then we need another break. Well, no, it's only going to be like 15 extra minutes. Doesn't matter. It's still another break.
Yeah.
And my area manager says, well, no, it's only like 10 or 15 minutes. I went immediately to my ops manager, says, hey, my area manager is saying we're going to work another extra 15 minutes. Well, that's over the 10 hours. We need another break. He went and talked to the area manager and says, well, either let them go at their normal time or you give them another break. There we go. Yeah, you don't fuck with me on labor laws.
Yeah. Well, our labor laws are slightly different over here. It's 48 hours a week, but you can cite if they want you to do more and you're willing to do more, you sign a waiver that you're willing to do it before you actually do it.
And see, I don't know why where I'm at now, you are not allowed. I mean, you are forbidden to work 7 days in the same week.
Yeah.
The job I had before, I was working 7 days a week, and I was working up to 12 hours a day. And I was taking home over $1,000 a week by doing that.
Yeah.
But this job now, they will not let you work 7 days on the same calendar week. They will not let you work over 12 hours a day, or they won't even let you work over 11 hours a day. 11 hours a day is the cutoff.
All right.
But it's like,
Yeah.
okay, so that's not a labor law, because if it was a labor law, being in the same state, same laws would apply. So that's irrelevant. But not allowing anybody to work 7 days in the same week. I was doing it before, so it is obviously not against the labor laws. But then they want to try and violate your labor laws in the other way, where because if you work 8 hours a day, according to labor laws, where in my state, if you work 8 hours a day, you get at least a 30-minute lunch and at least two 10-minute breaks. If
Right.
you work 10 hours a day, same break schedule, exactly the same. But if you work 10 hours and 1 minute, you're required an additional third 10-minute break. So if they want to work you over that 10 hours, they have to give you a third 10-minute break. And I cannot tell you how many times I've witnessed them violating certain areas' rights on that. I've seen it numbered, and I mean hundreds of times. I've been with my job almost 6 years now, and I've seen it hundreds of times. Receiving, they get to the 10-hour mark, and then they should either go home or get another break, and nope, they get told, all receiving associates, let's go ahead, start getting it, finish up what you're working on, let's get a good cleanup, and let's head home. Well, if you're saying that at that 10-hour mark, you're violating their rights. You're violating them for labor laws. And it doesn't matter if it's right at the 10-hour mark. Unless you're telling them to go clock out now, you're violating their rights. Yeah. It's cut and dry.
Yeah. Well, I've been doing 60-hour weeks recently, so money's worth it.
Yeah, and I've got no problems with working overtime. Absolutely none. Like I said, I was working 6 or 7 days a week, and I was working anywhere from 8 to 12 hours a day, and I was volunteering for it. I was getting as much as I could. I had no issues with that. But don't violate my labor rights in the process, and we get along fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, I see Golden Eyes in chat. Hello, Golden Eyes. How you doing, sweetheart? Sorry, I get off on tangents, and
That's all right. It's good to check the chat.
Yeah, I close my eyes from time to time when I'm on panel, or especially when I'm hosting. When I'm just on somebody else's panel, yeah, I kind of pay attention to chat, but on mine, I don't. And I got called out on that, but yeah.
Oh, I didn't. Well, quite recently when I've been on panels, I don't really pay much attention to chat now. Especially when I can't type in the chat.
Well, you can type here.
I know that, but 2 channels I can't at the moment. Well, 2 channels.
I'm not going to probe.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's fickle. Yeah.
Hey, brother, I'm going to fuck with you just for a little bit here, okay?
Yeah, go on then.
There we go. You see it?
Yeah. Well, that may be literally true. No, but
I just had to do it, man. I had to do it. I talked about it. I had to do it. I'll fix it.
Yeah. I'll fix it.
I already got it. That usually get done to me quite a bit. And it's like, well, shit, I've never done that. It's like, damn, is that possible? So yeah, it is possible. I just had to fuck with you a little bit. Oh fuck! Here comes Jimmy.
Hey, Jimmy.
Jimmy's here. Well, doesn't mean he's coming up.
Oh,
Jimmy, it's Friday night, Saturday morning. Give me a break.
yeah, it's party time. You know.
Well, actually, it's not totally party time because I do have to go to work today. So
Still.
I got to be
Yeah.
at work. I got to be at work in about 12 hours.
Oh, that's all right. Then. Plenty of time.
So that's why this stream's only going to be about an hour.
Yeah.
Or about another 35 minutes because I got to get some sleep.
Yeah, get some rest and then sort things out before you go to work. Yeah. I know what it's like. Yeah. Yeah. It's like when I'm working and doing like 12-hour shifts, you have no time for yourself, really, when you're working.
What would I like broken? Arm, leg? No, I think I'd rather have a collarbone broken, Jimmy. If you're tall enough to reach that high. I would say a pelvis, but we already know he's not man enough for that. So
Tomorrow, Jimmy. Tomorrow.
well, Link is there if Jimmy wants to come up.
Mm. Yeah, but I think he might be resting or doing something else. What time is it over there?
Oh, shit, I can't keep the intercontinental time hours straight. Okay, when are we discussing the car you gave Boxy? Tomorrow, Jimmy. I scheduled it for, let's see, oh shit, 7 p.m. my time tomorrow, which is 30 shit. Fucking math right now. Holy crap. 37 and a half hours from now. 7 p.m. Pacific time, 10 p.m. Eastern time. Whatever time it is there for you, I couldn't tell you. But it's 37 and a half hours from now. And if anybody has a way of making sure Liberty Bird knows about that, I would appreciate it. So, there it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That shit has got to come to an end. It's been 6 fucking months. In 6 months' time, we can't find anything else to talk about, really. Why does that shit keep coming up?
Yep. So best just do one last thing and that's it.
Yeah, I had that one panel and I said, anybody's got questions about this, ask them now because I'm done talking about it. But then Liberty Bird had to go and do his stupid shit. And see, I got to make this known. I've got respect for Liberty Bird. I really do admire the man. I see him going out there doing his videos and shit and protecting the 1A the way he's going about it. So I respect him for that. But when he had that panel the other night where he called me out and he called you out and we got up there and we did not fit the narrative that it was a scam and we got kicked. Come on, dude, really? Are you serious about this?
Yeah.
You've got to fucking be kidding me. That's the way I took it. You've got to fucking be kidding me. Just because we're not going along with the fact that you deem it as a scam, we're not welcome anymore.
He deemed it as more than a scam. He deemed it that Shelley was a master manipulator and we had Stockholm syndrome at one point. So that's what I found funny.
Got to make sure I remember what that one relative question is that I have for him, if he actually shows up. Because I think about all kinds of shit all the time. Trying to get my brain to shut down is just like, it's an exercise in futility. So maybe I need like pen and paper to remember this shit. I know I remember not all that long ago, life wasn't so crazy.
Oh no, it wasn't.
There wasn't like tons of shit that I had to remember. Well, actually, there were tons of shit that I had to remember, but my brain wasn't going so rapidly to where it was a struggle to remember.
Yeah.
So I guess that's the big difference. Bird is a massive POS. Why would anyone respect that loser? Because Jimmy, he wasn't always a POS. He's just recently gotten that way. I'm not sure what caused it. I really have no clue what caused it, but he has recently gotten that way. So I will address that. I will absolutely address that. I'm not sure. Again, I'm not sure why. I wish I could understand why, but I don't. I can't answer that question truthfully, Jimmy. I can't. I wish I could. But I do remember a video that that he did with 303 Cop Watch, and Bird himself on that video. I think this was the video. I think it was him and 303 coming out of a courthouse, and Bird was live in the car as he was waiting for 303, and I joined on panel, and he said, well, no, DFK's always been a stand-up guy. I remember that. And at that time, to me, Bird has always seemed like a stand-up guy. But then with all these false narratives and shit, something got lost there. And I'm not sure exactly what caused this, but it is the current situation.
Yeah, well, when I spoke to him, he did imply that someone was giving this information, and obviously it was false information. So don't know what's going on there.
Sorry, I'm going through settings, so I'm trying.
That's another thing I can't understand. Apparently, he said he had 1 minute he had recordings of a conversation, which never happened as well.
Audio. Speaker. Echo. No, that's not it. Yes. Let's see if you play a sound like this. Enters. Okay. That's clip. Okay. All right. Because I watched the YouTube side because the YouTube side is better for chat.
Oh yeah.
But there have been quite a few here recently. I've been watching the YouTube side, and then somebody tries to join the panel, and I have to be told. But I have the settings correct to where when someone tries to join, there's a sound that plays, and I've heard that on Shelly's. Hear a little doop, doop, when someone's in the background. But apparently mine's not been working, so I'm not sure what that means. I thought maybe I had it unclicked, but it's still showing that I should hear a sound if somebody joins when I'm watching on the YouTube side.
Well, you can change the sounds as well on it. So you might try that. See if you because you don't know what sound you've got at the moment. So maybe try and change the sound, and you'll know what sound it is.
Well, as long as it gives a sound to where if I hear something, I think check. But as of late, the last two panels, I think I'm pretty sure it was the last two panels that somebody was trying to join, and I had to have somebody tell me that somebody was joining. Somebody was backstage.
Yeah.
Because I did not get the notification. But yeah. Oh. Again, my mind is racing 1,000 miles an hour. Is GoldenEye still here? I think GoldenEye might be able to let Bird know.
Yeah.
But if she's not here, she can't let him know.
Well, she might be still here. She might be one of the 5.
She might be lurking.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm comfortable in the fact that GoldenEye has never lurked on me. She's always made her presence known.
Oh yeah.
I know she's lurked on some others, but I don't think she's ever lurked on me.
Yeah.
But they're dropping like flies.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, I've lurked a few times, but it's just because I can't really be bothered to type in the chat at times. I'm too interested in what's going on panel,
Yeah.
To bother with typing in the chat.
Gemini needs a Vespa.
Yeah.
Well, Gemini probably should have hit up Shelly like 8 months ago. Because she had one then.
Yeah.
No, actually, shit, now come to think about it, back in, when was it? Oh, shit, like 82, 83, somewhere in there. I had a moped, Pook 2 moped.
Well,
That thing was fucking awesome. I had that thing for a while until it got stolen back. Oh shit! I went to work on the night of Super Bowl 17, and that got stolen. Like son of a bitch.
Yeah, I've had a few Vespas and mopeds and motorbikes and over the years. Well, when I was younger, mainly. It was just great fun to muck around on. Yeah.
It's on my phone, but I had to step away. My daughter just came in, and I'm talking with her.
Yeah.
Okay, well, hey Golden, if you could just like give me a 1 or a 2 or a wave when I can have your attention for like a minute or two, 20 seconds will work.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of missed that moped. That thing was so good on gas, and it hauled my fat ass around.
Yeah.
Go over it. Didn't haul it very fast, but it hauled it.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, they because they don't go very fast. They're pretty safe. No, because.
Yeah, but God, them fucking Vespas can do freeway speeds.
Oh yeah, the 5-speed ones, yeah.
Yeah, but they can do freeway speeds, and I'm sorry, but something that small at 70 miles an hour, that's kind of scary.
Yeah, that's the 125 versions. No, with the Vespas, you used to get a 60, you used to get a 90, and they only used to do like 55 max.
Yeah, and
that's even if you tuned it up.
I'm not so sure them going that fast is the scary part, as opposed to like other idiots on the road.
Oh yeah, yes, especially the size of your trucks and everything over there. That is scary going alongside a truck on a little Vespa. But
I don't know, because our truck drivers here, they're pretty damn professional.
Oh yeah, they are, but it's still when they're passing alongside you, it's just it's the it's the backdraft and that like what which you've got to hold on with.
Oh, it
And
makes
then
it
if
better
they
for
do get a bit too close, it is a bit scary. You got to hold on and control it.
makes better fuel economy when you're catching that drift.
Oh yeah, it's the backdraft. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Mm. Yeah, no, but when they pass you and that because they're doing like 15 sometimes 15 miles an hour more than you. No, it's just basically you do get a wobble on no, if they get a bit too close.
Oh
There's
yeah,
a-
and when if they're passing you and you're as soon as their front comes around, that's when you're going to get pushed off the other way.
yeah, you get pushed off, but then you get sucked back in as well. 'Cause
Yeah,
the way the air pressure works, isn't it? So, yeah.
kind of makes it exciting that way.
Mm. Yeah, but if you're not used to it and you're not not expecting it, you can get yourself in trouble.
Oh yeah, definitely. That works the same with anything. Doesn't matter.
Mm. Yeah, exactly. I've been having quite a nice, relaxing time off of YouTube at the moment because things are going pretty well for me at the moment. I've got a new job and everything, which which is only a stepping stone for me because I'm going to hopefully end up starting up my a new business through it. So end up working for myself again.
No.
Yeah.
I've never actually even ever contemplated working for myself.
Mm. Well, it's a lot easier because you don't have to deal with anyone above you because you're in charge and that. Like, it's like it is stressful for because you've got to handle all the people below you.
Yeah, but then you also run into the
Mm.
fact, depending on what it is you're doing, somebody not liking your decision, and they're trying to purchase something from you, and then not liking your decision, then if you get into like a haggling war,
Mm-hmm.
you've got no exits, you've got no outs. It's like, you want to charge me this. This is too much. I feel this is too much. This is what I think it's worth, but I'll pay you this. Well, that's not enough because yeah,
Yeah, well,
you got
it's
no
all down
outs.
to negotiations, and that.
Yeah, so
I found,
you got to have good negotiating skills.
yeah,
It's just like I watch Pawn Stars, and I'm sorry, I like that show.
mm,
And just like information you get on different things, that's fucking awesome. I love that.
yeah. Is Pawn
Plus,
Star still running?
plus some of the shit's really fucking cool.
Mm. Oh yeah, but is Pawn Star still running?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Wow, got him.
They lost the old man,
Mm,
which is sad. Because I'm sorry,
mhm.
the old man reminded me of my grandfather because he was like very outspoken.
Yeah, yeah.
So he
One,
reminded me of my grandfather. I was sad when he passed.
yeah, yeah, but yeah. Well, people like the old man, like, they're good to have because you know what they're going to say before they're going to say it because they're just all one-minded. So you know them too well.
Well, I don't know. I remember like the saddest day of my life was seeing my grandfather for the last time before he passed
Mm,
because he wasn't anything like I remember he was when I was growing up.
no, how do you do?
But I still am thankful for having that last visit with him.
Yeah.
Still really am grateful. But Because had it not been for that, it would have been shit like 10 years prior to that I seen him before that.
Yeah.
So I was grateful for that last visit.
Yeah, well, when you have elderly relatives, if you don't see them for a few years, and then you suddenly see them again, they do change and that, and think, oh my god.
Well, yeah, and if you see him every day, you don't notice the changes
No, you don't.
at all.
Yeah. But it just gets to make you thinking about, you know, how precious life is, because it doesn't. We're not on this planet for long. So you just got to make the most of it and enjoy what you can when you can.
Well, let's see. Right now, I've lost all my grandparents. I've lost my mom. I've lost my dad. My father, my sperm donor, is getting down to his last legs. My aunt, who is 1 year older than my mother was, or was born a year before my mother, she's having her issues. My uncle, who is 2 years younger than my mother was, he's currently in the hospital and has been diagnosed with COVID-19 Delta strain.
Oh no, not the new Delta.
And see, here's my thing with that. This whole pandemic.
Mm.
If somebody is a COVID patient, hospitals get money from the federal government in addition to any monies they would get otherwise. But because it's a COVID patient, they get additional monies.
Yeah, because it's an extra strain. Yeah.
Right. So are they fudging the numbers? Because I know for a fact if when this first came out, if somebody was walking along a cliffside and they fell off the cliff and they died, if they had COVID, they were a COVID death because that's more money. Now, God knows it wasn't that 200 fucking foot fall that killed them, but they had COVID. So where do you like draw the line to truth as to what is actually going on with people? Because God knows right now, if you go to the hospital for anything, you get admitted for anything, it's going to be COVID. It's going to be COVID related that you're the reason you're there. And I'm going to call bullshit, point fucking blank bullshit. They use that as like an umbrella to get more funding, whatever, this, that, the other thing. Yeah. Greed has definitely set in to all the fucking factors evolving around this shit. And I'm fucking tired. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
I got to monitor myself when I get really worked up about something because I tend to venture off and say shit I shouldn't say.
Yeah.
But all the shit with COVID, I'm sorry, it's bullshit. It's just a new strain of the flu. That's it. It's a new strain of the flu. We've gotten them every year for how long now? And now we got a new one. We're going to call it a fucking pandemic. And we're going to create all this fucking hoopla about it and scare the fuck out of people unnecessarily. And Jesus fucking Christ. Shut the hell up with this shit already. It's a fucking flu. It's a new strain of flu.
Yeah, it's a new strain of flu, but it's more aggressive.
It's just a migrating fucking flu.
Yeah, but
God knows we've never had them before either.
The thing, COVID's always been around, but not these strains of COVID. That's what it is.
Okay, so you got the swine flu, you got Nile virus.
Yeah, well, those are totally different viruses, and they attack you in a totally different way.
Well, I remember shit when shortly after COVID first came out, government was looking for test subjects. And I seriously thought about that. I mean, I seriously thought about it because most people, when they get a common cold, they're sick for 2 weeks. I'm sick for like 3 days.
Yeah.
It basically passes itself on its way out while it's still coming in. So I seriously thought about that. I mean, yeah, go ahead and use me for a test subject.
Yeah, I know, but I don't. It'll be all right over here, but I'm not sure over there because if you're a test subject over there, and they are testing things on you, and things goes wrong, will that company pay for all your medical bills for the rest of your life if it's a serious complication? You know.
Oh, that would all be worked out. That's
Yeah.
like a lawyer type situation there.
Yeah, because I would seriously read the contract and that, and I'll make sure that's in place before I even stop. Before
Oh,
I even
absolutely,
and think about
absolutely.
it.
You're gonna use me for a test subject, so I could potentially die from this.
Or have it.
So what's going to happen if I do die, and
Yeah,
if I live permanently disabled from some other random side effect?
yeah,
Then what?
yeah. Are you going to sort the medical bills and the cost of living for the rest of your life? You know.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you got to think of that. Right? No. Even over here now, because over here our medical bills won't be affected or anything like that. But it's still, if you're unable to work, you're unable to do anything, and it's affected your way of life from what you was before. You've got to get compensation for that. Yeah.
Yeah, and I remember, oh shit, not even 2 years ago. If something happened to me and I lost my job, it was just me and my dogs.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have really given a shit.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't have really cared. I'd have made do. But now the situation has changed. Changed. If I lose my job, I lose my house.
Yeah.
I become homeless. My dogs become homeless. My sister becomes homeless, and my nephew becomes homeless.
Yeah. So you've
Now,
got family
yeah.
and
So now
obligations.
I've got to consider a whole lot more than just me and my dogs, because my dogs would follow me anywhere. They wouldn't care if I was just like living in a box on the side of the freeway. They wouldn't care. But it's changed. It's changed. The fat kid's not so free anymore. Fat kid's bound to the system. However, it did prompt me to get a life insurance policy.
Oh yeah.
And I named my sister as beneficiary. My sister came to me in a roundabout way. Her husband passed. I'm gonna guess like 3 years ago, something like that. And when he passed, she had DHS appointments, and she was unable to make those appointments because of everything going on. So she got cut off from all public assistance. So they had to leave their apartment. So they went to live with my mother. And then my mother passed. Still no income. So the only option was to come here with me because none of her kids were in a position to take them in. So they came here. So that's where I'm at.
Yeah. And that's what you do. You help family out.
Exactly. But now, situation being what it is, if I lost my job, if I pass away, then where would they go? Her kids still have nothing for her. So that's why I got the life insurance policy. So if I die, or when I die, please be soon. Please be soon.
No.
So when I die, she will still be taken care of. She will not be homeless. So I made sure I got that taken care of. Forced me to be responsible. And I'm still wanting to provide for my daughter, so I'm thinking about increasing the insurance amount and making sure that that's written in there that my daughter gets taken care of.
Yeah, the only thing I'm apprehensive about is when I get old is losing all my close friends, outliving them. So,
Yeah, we'll see. As far as it goes. Oh, and this is something else Bird was talking about, and this kind of pissed me off.
yeah, I know.
Talking about close friends you could count that visit you daily. You know what, motherfucker? I don't have close friends that visit me daily.
Well,
In all honesty, that's my choice because people are fucking idiots.
Yeah.
And when they come show up at your house, how do you politely tell somebody you deem as a friend to get the fuck away, get out of your face?
it's easy with my friends. I'll just tell them straight.
Shit online, it's easy. You just click an X and you're done.
Yeah.
But when you've had enough, click an X, you're done. You don't got to cause any hard feelings. No, it's so much easier that way.
Yeah.
In all honesty, I don't really like a lot of people. There are people.
When Bird asked that question, he goes, "No, do I have friends regularly coming around my house?" I had to think back because it's been a year and a half where we haven't been able to have people around. We've only been able to have one or two people from the same households around. So us just haven't bothered because we can't get together in a big group like we used to.
Right.
And have a laugh. Before COVID.
Sorry, I just see that Golden is back. Golden, do you have a way of contacting Bird? Do you have any way of interacting with him off of YouTube?
Yeah. Well, DFK, you know what you can easily do? You can do an invite to him on one of his videos. Just put it down in his comments in one of his videos if you really want him to.
Well, I didn't think about that, but yeah, that might be an option.
Yeah.
But when all this pandemic started coming around, I didn't stop living my life. I was still having people over for barbecues and shit.
Yeah.
And I did that because my constitution did not include a pandemic clause.
Yeah, I know, but me personally over here, it was just to keep me and my friends and everyone safe, just in case of it, because it was pretty bad over it at first. We could have all easily had people over and that lot and fought it and that lot, and if the police got called, we got grassed up to the police and they got called around, we could have those arguments with them. But what's the point? It didn't. The way it is, it didn't really matter to us because now it's easing off. We're getting back, seeing a lot more of my friends and everything.
Oh yeah, they're starting to revert back over here now. Because of the new strains and shit, they're starting to require masks again. It just recently taken mask requirements off a lot of different places, but now they're starting to require them again. So, are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god! So we're gonna live this flu pandemic for the rest of our lives. Is what you're basically saying? Oh, it's just gonna be a new strain of COVID. So next year when we get some other random flu that we've gotten for fucking decades. Oh, it's just a new strain of COVID. Give me a fucking break. It's just a fucking flu. Hello, come on. What is the fucking problem with this understanding? What is wrong with the mentality?
Yeah, but it is more than the flu. It's more aggressive. And
Also, flus are not able to transgress or what the fuck's the word I'm looking for?
Mutate.
Develop, mutate. Yeah, there you go. Mutate into something new. Because there have been other diseases that we've had in previous decades and centuries and shit that were pretty passive, and then they got more aggressive. I mean, come on. We've gone through this for how fucking long now? We've been in this 2-week lockdown for a year and a half, and we're still basically under lockdown, requiring all this bullshit. Come on. I think a lot of it comes down to is everybody being so sheltered, not going out and living life. We've become susceptible to a lot of shit because we're not out venturing. We're not out being around shit that could possibly cause it.
Yeah.
That's my thought. That's my thought. Now, maybe I'm totally wrong. I will not say that I'm not wrong. I will not say I'm 100% right. But because everybody's become so sheltered, and I'll go ahead and I'll lay blame on the kids. When I was a kid, we went out and we rode bikes. We were outside all day long, every fucking day.
Yeah. You play in the dirt, you wouldn't care about
and now
it.
they're all in the house. Now they're all in the house. They're playing computers, they're playing on their cell phones, they're playing on tablets, whatever. Yeah. They're not out venturing around. So our immune system, I'm going to go ahead and venture that our immune system is going down because kids aren't out getting exposed to this shit like we did when we were kids.
Yeah, but the thing is, you've got to blame parents as well for it, because back when we were kids,
because they're allowing it to happen.
Our parents didn't mind if we came home muddy and dirty and all that lot, and everything. As long as we had a bath or a shower and cleaned up before bed, we was fine, weren't it? But now, kids come home with a bit of dirt on them, and it's like, oh, come on, let's clean this off straight away. Oh yeah, let's get the antibacterial out and everything down, and so they don't. So all the germs and that lot, they don't get them, and so their immune systems are a lot lower,
Yeah. All right. Well, I need to shut this off. Yeah. Shut this down. Okay. I got to work today, and I still got to get some sleep before that. Hey, Tongan, always a pleasure having you up, my brother.
Yeah.
Always a pleasure.
Things before I see Liz. So.
I hope you have a great day.
Oh, well, I've been having a great time recently.
All right. Well, I hope you continue doing that. Again, it was always a pleasure to see you. Everybody that is in chat, that was in chat, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for taking time out of your day to come visit the Fat Kid. Y'all have a great day. Love y'all. Peace out. Tonka stick.